jet lag, or did he get a good sleep on the aeroplane? We hope so. Anyway, Ronnie O'Sullivan coming out to play against James Wattana any moment now. Two other matches to be completed here in this final evening session of the round of the last 32. Alan McManus taking on Jamie Cope, and Stephen Maguire facing Ricky Walden. We'll keep you posted on those scores whilst we concentrate, of course, on this main match here on table number 1. Jan Verhaas in charge, and he's changed his name by deed poll. Well, anyway, that is definitely Jan Verhaas who is in charge. Sorry about the caption there, but there you go. But there's James Wattana. Well, James, you know, in the mid-1990s, he really had a purple patch. He was right there in the top 4 or 5 of the world for a number of seasons. He won 3 ranking events. He won pots of money, but in recent times, his ranking has been down in the 30s, and he comes here provisionally ranked at number 30 only because he hit a good bit of form last month in the Welsh Open and reached the quarter-finals. His first quarter-final appearance since the Grand Prix at the beginning of the previous season, so the thick end of 2 seasons since he last reached the last 8 of a major tournament. But he's got bags of class, James, if he can produce it against that man there. Well, here comes the introduction, and I'm sure he'll get a rousing welcome from this audience here. They've been waiting a long time to see him here in Beijing. His first appearance in Beijing, remember his 2 victories in the China Open were in Shanghai, but he's made it this time, albeit only arriving yesterday. I feel that's not perhaps the best preparation for a major tournament. We shall see how he fares. Is he tired? Is he psyched up for it? Only time will tell. Stephen Lee waiting for the winner of this match. Stephen's got a day off today. He beat David Gray 5-2 yesterday. Now waits to see whether it's Ronnie or James who meets him in tomorrow's last 16. James, 36 years of age now, and well, he seems to have been around a long time, but he showed a nice surprising return of form, and a welcome return of form a couple of weeks or so ago in the Welsh Open. So here we go, best of 9. Ronnie O'Sullivan getting the first frame underway. Mike Hallett, what do you reckon? Has Ronnie come out in time for this match? He's left it a little bit late to travel.
Well, yeah, some players like to get here 2 or 3 days before, which most have done. But he might have had commitments at home, you don't know. Could have been contracted to some exhibition work or whatever, endorsements, things like that. But it's nice to see him here, and I'm sure that he's got his hands full here this afternoon. As you say, James Wattana played very well in Newport a couple of weeks ago, and I think he's going to give Ronnie a bit of a game here. I really do. But the bookies say, well, Ronnie O'Sullivan is 9-2 on favourite, James at 3-1 against. But James is very capable of winning here, especially if he keeps knocking balls in like that.
Certainly a good starter. This is the 15th time they've played, by the way, and Ronnie has won 10 of the previous 14. They've not met since 2002, and that was the Thailand Masters, and Ronnie did James on his own territory on that occasion. So it's been a while since they've met.
4.
So James first in. He's one of the longest standing pros on the circuit now. James turned professional in 1989.
Well, there's an excellent little cannon there on the red, just down the black. Well, it's a cracking shot to get back on the black. I think he's up for this match, James.
Yeah, certainly seems it from the first few shots we've seen, Mike. He eventually went down to the informed Barry Hawkins in the quarterfinals of the Welsh in Newport the other week. But he showed some welcome signs of his old form in his matches up to that point. Oh, he's missed that. Well, bang on the black, but that red didn't threaten the pocket. So a chance for Ronnie here, with the reds nicely scattered.
Down to number 3 in the provisional list, Ronnie. World ranked number 1 at the start of this season, but he well, hasn't played as well this year as he did last, so you know, this tournament and the World Championship left. He's still got a chance of staying or retaining his number 1 spot, but a bit to do. Got a kick there. Might come off at a different angle than he intended. Yeah, Stephen Hendry at number 1 now, and John Higgins up to number 2. So it just depends how hungry he is if he wants to retain that number 1 spot. Well, we're hoping that there will be evidence of that here this week. But he misses that red to the corner.
Another one from James hitting exactly the same spot.
Yeah, not his favourite pocket at the moment.
Just as well he didn't play that a touch harder.
Well, I think he's covered everything to the yellow pocket there, but there is this red down the cushion to this right-hand corner. Well, he's either put gel on his hair or he's come on a motorbike. Must be a bit windy out there in Beijing.
Maybe he had an outside seat on the 747.
Was that between the hotel and the venue? Good shot. Well, the sunroof might have been open in the taxi. Good cut on the blue. It's not bad now. He's pushed the red towards the corner pocket.
6.
Still early doors in this match, getting used to the conditions, of course. As we always know, if he plays at the top of his game, he's a wonderful entertainer.
Yes, well, James, of course, has been a good entertainer over the years. He's had 3 maximums in his career, and there aren't many people who can boast that.
7.
And of course, he was the first player from the Far East to break into the top echelons of professional snooker in the early 90s, followed by Marco Fu from Hong Kong, and of course most recently Ding Junhui, the defending champion here, who will be playing Graham Dott in the last 16 matches tomorrow.
$18. $19.
Oh, a 40-point lead. Black would make it 47. So he's not far away from taking this opener.
Decided to hold the spot there, leave himself on this red.
And Black, of course, having therefore to go on the
26.
pink spot.
Well, this and one more high value colour, if you can knock this in and get onto the black to the middle or the pink, would be enough to take this opening frame.
27.
That's a good shot. The thing is, he relished this match against Ronnie, James, Mike, and he's got the temperament to win. He's got the game, he's got the temperament. It just depends how strong Ronnie plays.
So there you see, Ronnie requiring at least 1 snooker. And that makes it considerably more. I mean, I don't think we'll see anything of Ronnie in this opening frame now.
$42.
Well, fairly solid start then from the man from Thailand in this first frame.
50.
Okay, and he's playing the world's #1, but he's given notice he's not here to make up the numbers.
Well, let's not forget, Ronnie has lost at the first time of asking in no fewer than 4 of the tournaments he's played in so far. One of those, admittedly, was the Pot Black Cup.
63.
Yeah, it's not met for 4 years, these two actually, in competition. Last one was 2002, Thailand Masters, which Ronnie won that one, 5-2. James looking to seek revenge. He started well.
72.
He started very well.
78.
So this for an 85 clearance. What a good way for James Wattana to start his attempt to beat the world #1. An 85 clearance, keeping Ronnie in his chair. So, Ronnie O'Sullivan 0, James Wattana 1. This, of course, a best of 9. First to 5 going through. Join us after the break for frame number 2. Welcome back to the Beijing University Students' Gymnasium as James Wattana gets frame number 2 underway in his match against the world #1, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Interesting news from table 3. Stephen Maguire playing Ricky Walden there, and Ricky having a 122 to win that opening frame, the 16th century that we've had already in these 3 days so far. Good start then for Ricky Walden.
Well, there's only 26 centuries made last year in this competition, already up to 16, so I think we're going to fly past that. First round not completed yet. Good read by Ronnie. Well, he had a couple of opportunities, 2 or 3 actually, in that opening frame. Couldn't take them. Perhaps he can do better here. He's going to split them. Oh, look at that. Pink full ball. He's on the red to the corner, and the black goes. Well, he decided to take the more difficult one.
One. Six. Seven. Nine. 10. 17. 18.
An opportunity for James to put a few points on the board here.
$25. 26.
what James showed us in that opening frame with that clearance of 85, it could easily be 2-0 in a few minutes' time.
First came to prominence in 1988 when he won the World Amateur title the year before turning pro.
Yes, he's been as high as number 3 in the world.
37.
Voted the top sportsman back in Thailand a few years ago.
38.
Probably still is. And I think Shrikapan, the tennis player, he's got something to say about that, I would have thought.
$45. 46. 53. 54.
Well, an 85 in the first. Here's another half century. He's looking in the groove, James.
Might need to play a little cannon here on the right-hand red of the 3 to stay on something. He's only got a 48-point lead. If he can get enough action on the cue ball, would like to hit the middle one of the 3. That would be perfect. But just needs to dislodge these a little, and then every chance to win the second frame. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Should make it 2-0 from here.
That was a great shot.
61. 62.
Well, at 3-1 against, I think that was a little bit of value today in this form.
69. 70.
Well, there's the equation. I don't think we're going to see any more of Ronnie in this second frame.
77.
I think Ronnie's got a big problem here. A lot depends upon how motivated he is for this. Remember, he only arrived here in China yesterday.
$83.
A lot of the players have been here since the start of the weekend, acclimatising.
84.
8 hours difference, you know, it's all about the body clock as well, turning itself around.
Well, that black means that he's now beaten the 85 clearance he got in the first frame.
91.
Still one more chance, one more chance. Whoa, tough luck. Well, the 91, more than enough, of course, to win him the frame. And James will be delighted with the start that he has made here in China against the world #1, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Ronnie clearly has to gather himself here and make some impression on this very, very quickly. Ronnie O'Sullivan 0, James Wattana 2. The applause here in Beijing for the return to the arena of the world #1, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Playing against James Wattana, but very quickly finding himself up against it. James starting in excellent fashion with an 85 and a 91 to take the first 2 frames. Ronnie then getting frame number 3 of a possible 9 underway.
He's got to start playing, Ronnie. He's had 2 or 3 chances in the opener. He had a good chance there when he split the bunch, missed the red to the corner, and it cost him. Good break-off shot. He'll be happy with his work so far. Yeah, I could say it's a bit of a tough month for James Wattana. He's playing the world's #1 here, and he's been drawn against the present defending world champion, will be in a few weeks' time, Shaun Murphy. So, good match practice, and of course he's still looking to secure his place in the top 32. Got back into the 32 this year, James, having been ever present for some time. Lost that place in the last 2 years. As we know, Ronnie O'Sullivan set out as world's #1 this year. Will he still be there at the end of the season? Good shot. Yes, see a little tap on the table there from Ronnie. Swung the cue ball around, 3 cushions with side, perfect shot. There is a path here, but he's got to avoid the reds on the right-hand side. He's done that. It's very good. He's going for this red here, James. The one there's the pink. Oh, it's very close. Now, has he left it? He has. Well, now then, Ronnie, it's a great chance to put something on the board. Wasn't far away. Problem Ronnie's got at the moment is the black tied up there on the top. Well, it's not tied up, but it will be if he puts it back on its own spot. So I'll probably concentrate on the blue for the minute. Try and move those reds away from the black spot if he can. Might have to take 3 or 4 blues first before he decides to come down this end of the table. Pink's in the open as well. But again, if he takes the pink, then that would tie it up on the black spot. So blue favourite at the moment. Well, he was hoping to split them and finish on the pink. That was unfortunate to snook himself on it. Can't see him taking anything on here now. Well, the blue, perhaps, but I wouldn't have thought so. I think Ronnie's looking for a safety.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7.
A bit disappointed at that. He was hoping for a reasonable break, a reasonable contribution. Alan McManus has taken the opener in his match against Jamie Cope, playing for a place against Stephen Hendry tomorrow.
Yes, Jamie came through very well against Tieng Ping Fei. Played well in that match, but we thought that Alan McManus, and we knew that Alan McManus would be a completely different proposition. Well, to be honest, James has got away with that somewhat. I don't think that anything goes to the right corner. He was looking to leave the white on the top cushion. Well, perhaps this red will go through the others. No, it's obviously very tight. If that white had just moved on a little further, Ronnie would have had the red to the right centre, but he thinks this might go. Well, do you know, I think it might as well, just on the right hand side, looking at it from that angle, that he's looking at the possibility of a safety, so he doesn't fancy it.
Oh, that was close, so close. With a nice inviting pink over the left centre. Frustrating at the moment for Ronnie, he just can't get himself going.
One. Seven. Eight. 10.
James Wattana is playing some cultured stuff here, and there are danger signals already for Ronnie. Flicking the yellow, but that's, well, it's just taking a little bit of the speed off the cue ball. I think he was hoping to come another foot or so for the red near to the pink. Meantime, Stephen Maguire has equalised against Ricky Walden. Ricky had that 1-2-2 in the opener. Stephen Maguire 1, Ricky Walden 1.
Good recovery. Yeah, Steve Maguire had to clear to the black there to pinch that second frame. But that was an excellent red from James there. Now, can he get on this red near the pink? He's got the angle just to run through. No, he's... Ooh. Played the stun run through, but took his eye off the blue. Well, there's a red that goes here. That was a careless shot.
Yeah, he's not made many unforced errors so far, has he?
Well, Ronnie can pop the... Well, I thought he was going to play the other one. Left on one of the three near the pack there. I thought he could pop that one in and split a few more, but he's got away with it. Good shot. So much more in evidence these days in Ronnie's game, the tactical side. Great break builder, we know that, but he can mix it very well, as this man can as well. So this is in for an exciting game here.
He's just left James this one on the left-hand side.
It's got to avoid the double kiss with this, though. It's got to be thin. There you go. Well, not too bad. I think Ronnie needs, in his own mind, Ronnie needs to win this frame, right, to feel that he's involved in this match.
Certainly does. 3-0 down, and he's given himself quite a mountain to climb. These best of nines can very quickly slip away from you.
Well, we know what he's like. Even if he went 4-0 down, he'd still fancy the job, wouldn't he?
It's just been a shade fortunate there in covering the red with the blue. That's a clever shot from James.
Ronnie will play off the same red, up and down with the cue ball. Well, perhaps not. He's looking to develop one or two. Well, this red is on, but can he find the path through them? Possibly there's a gap there between the reds and in the black spots. He could take this on and find that gap. Good shot.
He's got a few of those so far this afternoon. Well, this evening, I should say.
Well, I thought he could avoid the cannon into them, actually, but at least he got the red. That was the main thing. Safety off the blue.
James Wattana 1.
Good shot that from James. Ronnie can really only play off the red that's just and above to the right of the black spot, but he's got to avoid the blue if he plays that one. Well, he's just playing this red near the black, just coming off cushion first, just to push it well off the top cushion, just to lay on it. Has he hit it hard enough? Oh, he's missed that.
I can't believe that white has gone past that red.
Neither can he. How has he gone round that red?
He could play that shot 100 times and not do that again.
He might be snookered in a minute. That was absolutely incredible to not hit that red. And look at the difference now.
Yes, Ronnie's in all kinds of trouble here. The obvious angle isn't obvious at all.
Well, James could have had the white put back, but chose to put it in behind the black. It was the previous shot that was amazing. When Ronnie missed that red, I couldn't believe he's not hit it from there. That's to judge the side perfectly, which he has done. Well played. Excellent escape. There is a red to the centre pocket here, but well, Ronnie did well there. Shot.
Seven. Eight. Fourteen. 15.
Well, I'm sure Stephen Lee is watching this match with interest. He takes on the winner.
21.
Well, he's overdone it slightly.
A little bit of adrenaline pumping there, I suspect, Mike. He's on a roll.
Might have the angle just to run into something here, though, but if not, I'll have to screw off the side cushion. Look at that. Oh, what a shot that is. Fantastic shot.
28.
That deserves to win the frame.
That's one of the finest shots I've seen so far this week.
Well, perfect again. It's going to be 3-0.
£50 points the difference, and 51 on the table, so you can work it out for yourselves, I'm sure.
36.
Well, he's got one to the middle. This is a very solid performance here from James.
43 and the frame.
43 and the frame. So Ronnie O'Sullivan is under a lot of pressure here against James Wattana as the man from Bangkok continues his role. He had an 85 in the open, a 91 in the second, and a modest 43 to clear up there, well, sufficiently anyway for Ronnie to concede. And so there's the scoreline for you. The world number one is in trouble. Ronnie O'Sullivan 0, James Wattana 3. Look at the screen. Well, it's just gone away, the caption. Ronnie O'Sullivan 0, James Wattana 3 here in Beijing. A huge roar from the audience as they attempt to lift the ever-popular Ronnie O'Sullivan. But he's really up against it here as they begin frame number 4, the one that takes them to the mid-session interval. And if James should win this one as well, Ronnie's cup of tea will not taste terribly good. Oh, we've talked about must-win frames so many times in these situations, haven't we, Mike? Here's another one.
Yes, certainly. Like I said, even at 4-0, Ronnie would still fancy winning, but it would take an almighty effort. 3-1 at the interval. Comes out, wins the first, makes it 3-2. It's game on. Behind the green. Oh, good shot. I'm not sure if Ronnie can see anything of the pack there on the left-hand side as we look. So James 3-0 up, and he's getting the rubs of the green as well. On that occasion, on the green. Side cushion, lots of left-hand side into the side of the pack. Not too bad. Well, I think James has taken this right-hand red on. He's got to avoid things down here, though. Well played. Well, again, he knew he'd be gliding into things, but he committed himself on the pot and got it.
His long potting, Mike, has been excellent. Given him a number of openings, although he's not been able to make the most of it this time.
No, that could have been better. Ronnie just asking for the cue ball to be cleaned, and well, the yellow and the brown are a big target to get in behind. That's what he'd be looking for. Just doesn't want to push anything towards the right corner pocket. Oh, he didn't play that one. He played the red left of the pink on the thin side. A bit of check side. Missed it altogether. And has messed up. So he's not having the best time of it at the moment,
no,
Ronnie.
He's not settled into this match at all yet. I had James down for that one. He's not missed many of those so far today.
I think he's been quite fortunate there. I think he's got away with it again, although there is a red just right at the pink there. It's not guaranteed position. Ronnie knows he's going into something here. Must make sure the pot. Well played. Well, not perfectly on the pink. He's got the blue to the corner.
One.
And, well, you're 3-0 down and you're not getting the rub of the green either. It doesn't help. Blue it is. That's purely lack of table time. Oh, no, it's not nice to say, but Ronnie arrived late. He might be going home early.
One.
That's not a great shot.
8.
Didn't intend to cannon into that red. That's the one he wanted to play on. Now, is there anything that passes the black to the right corner? If not, it's a poor shot. Perhaps this one does. Can go down for the blue. No. So that was a missed opportunity there.
Wattana, 8.
Good weight on the cue ball again, though. But he's left this red on over the corner pocket. There's about, what, 13 feet on the diagonal here? This has to be cued well at this distance. Well, he's just missed that fairly straight blue. Well, like I said, he hasn't had the table time to settle down yet, so this could be odds against. Well played. Oh, look at that. Another day, he'd be perfectly on the green. If you missed the red, bound to be on the blue. Could have easily been on that green or the brown. As it is, I'm not sure whether Ronnie will take anything on here. He's got the brown on, but well, he could try and lay a snooker or good safety.
More news of Ricky, I should say, Ricky Walden against Stephen Maguire. The outsider has gone 2-1 ahead of Stephen Maguire there. So Stephen's got quite a battle on his hands. As indeed Ronnie has here against James, even more so.
I think he's going for this, you know. He's trying to cut this blue in. Well played. Now then, he still hasn't had a rub. There's a wry smile on his face. If he just missed the pink there on the way through, would he caught them perfectly? Unlucky again. Well, a thin cut, but it's awkward cueing. He's trying to stay positive here, Ronnie. Difficult when the balls don't run for you. Well played. Look where he's finished.
Oh, this is
7.
quite astonishing. Nothing going right for Ronnie at all. He's not even scored 40 points in this match so far. And here we are, halfway through the 4th frame.
Well, I mean, 2 shots alone there deserve much better than what he got.
Yellow. Yellow ball.
He's nominated yellow here. Halfway down, he nominated brown.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 7. James Wattana 4. Yeah.
I think Ronnie's very pragmatic there, Mike. You know, it's a case of Sarah, whatever will be, will be. Yeah, but, you know, he'd really like to win this frame and go into that interval at 3-1. But then he can rebuild in the second half. Well, he's nominated brown this time.
Foul and a miss. James Wattana 4.
I think that might go back. Well, will he look for another route? Same again. Needs more side.
Brown ball.
Brown ball. This looks better. He's got the yellow this time. Oh. Well, they're clapping, but obviously they realise that he didn't play the yellow, he played the brown.
Should have stuck to his first choice, shouldn't he? The first time he played the shot. This is unfortunate for Ronnie. It's a desperate position to be in.
It's just judging the side, the amount of side.
Yeah. Yellow ball.
Yellow ball this time.
Which means he'll probably hit the brown.
Yeah.
Boom. Well, this is terrible. This really is terrible. I mean, it might seem funny, but it's not. This is a desperate situation for Ronnie. That's 4 penalties now. 4 times he's missed.
I think the audience obviously is the
the
language barrier here, because they were thinking that he played the brown there and he hit it. That's why they applauded him. But there's obviously a language barrier between the crowd and the players.
Yellow.
Yellow ball.
And this is the 5th attempt.
Is it a bit off? Could be. It's because it's a little bit dinted, isn't it? Yeah. Yellow ball, yeah?
Yellow it is. Well, he's hit the brown again.
Foul and a miss.
Well, this is testing Ronnie's temperament. That's 5 unsuccessful attempts. Still a way to go to Mark King's record of 12.
Yeah, he won't be too worried at the moment because there's only 21 points in the frame.
No.
He'll be annoyed with himself that he's not playing it properly, actually.
Yeah. Brown ball.
Brown ball this time. Be a big cheer if he gets this. Oh, he's got one back. Well, there you go. That's obviously what he was intending to do.
But of course.
What a shot. James is laughing as well.
Well, you don't often see any emotion on James's face, but even he couldn't resist a smile there.
So after all that then, Ronnie did get a little touch of running. Not before time.
Well, in the context of the frame, he's still only 21 points behind with a lot of points available, so no huge damage done. But that did sorely test Ronnie's patience. Wow, getting back to potting, and he was a long way out there. And I think he's been a little lucky with those 2 down in ball again, but of course there's this red, much easier red into the left corner. Well,
well, the crowd definitely trying to lift Ronnie here. Little cannon on the left on one of the two. Oh, he's gone the other way. He's gone away from them slightly. Look where the white's finished. And we know he's not cueing that well. If he was flying, there'd be no problem with this red. It's a lot more difficult.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
well, as you've gathered, he missed it. So another chance for James.
One. Six. Seven.
Well, again, an opportunity for James to put points on the board here. After that very fairly straightforward miss into the left corner a moment or two ago. Another opportunity presenting itself.
14. 15.
And those penalty points taking on a new importance now, because the 20 points have given James a springboard upon which to build.
20.
Meantime, Alan McManus has taken the lead against Jamie Cope, 2 frames to 1.
A little bit straight on the blue. Now we created the angle. Good shot.
26.
Well, I suppose on reflection of the play, yes, 4-0 is possibly about right. Ronnie has had his chances in 2 or 3 of these frames. Admittedly, he hasn't had a lot of running at the table, but he's had good chances, hasn't put them away, and I think he could find himself 4-0 down at that mid-session interval. Well, I think he might have gone a touch too far. Can you see that
32.
red right on one?
Oh, clearly, Mike, he feels that he can.
This and a colour, possibly the green, would be enough.
33.
Well, actually not. He still needs one more red, because this green will make it 49 with 51 on the table. Well, he knows Ronnie's not playing well, and James has got more confident as the match has gone on.
That was frame ball for a 4-0 interval lead. Well, he's missed the red.
Wattana, 43. Yeah,
And the frame, so they go into their mid-session interval with a very one-sided scoreline, not in favour of the world number 1, as might have been expected, because James Wattana has compiled some very good contributions here, and Ronnie, when he has had opportunities, has not been able to capitalise. So there you see the scoreline, bottom right corner of your screen. Amazing, isn't it? Ronnie O'Sullivan 0, James Wattana 4. Ronnie in serious trouble. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break then as we come back live to the China Open here in Beijing. He's on the wrong end of a 4-0 scoreline here against James Wattana, the man from Bangkok in Thailand. James has really piled on the agony right from the word go, with breaks of 85 and 91 in the first 2 frames. But a very good safety from Ronnie as he attempts the most difficult task of all in a best of 9 frame match, winning the remaining 5. Well, it has been done before, but at the moment you have to put your money on James. Oh, well, not sure that he played that, but fell.
Well, if he didn't, it was the worst safety shot I've ever seen.
That's true.
Unlucky not to get position.
So just the one. In the meantime, this is James. Talk of Jamie, and Jamie Cope in particular, who's just had a 112 break in the 4th frame of the match against Alan McManus. So they've gone into their mid-session interval all square at 2 apiece. Just a reminder, it's also all square between Stephen Maguire and Ricky Walden, 2 apiece there. These are the last matches of this first round proper for a place in the last 16. That white looks a little bit close to the corner.
Well, I think before the interval that might have gone in. Hasn't had a lot of rub actually, Ronnie, in this match so far. He's had a few chances, hasn't put them away. It's got to be said that with playing quite well, James Wattana has had the rub of the green. But that's what it's all about. You take it while you get it. You get plenty against you. Take full advantage. Cross double. Oh. Well, I don't think he intended that, but it's a bonus.
Four. Five. Eleven. 12. $18. 19.
Well, I would have liked to have added a little bit of an angle there to split the reds. I'm not quite sure what he's played on there.
25.
Settled for the 6 points.
Wattana, 25.
That's careless. Push the red to the corner. Okay, he's got the white near to that back cushion. The only saving grace would be if it's dead straight. Well, James got a lot to do here to get on a colour. This looks fairly straight. Does he have any angle at all to get the white back down the table? There was, and he cued it very well indeed.
1.
Well, after the Lord Mayor's show.
There's Wattana 1.
Well, the audience are doing their best to raise Ronnie as he comes to the table. Actually, you would have thought this was more James Wattana's home match. I know he's from Thailand and this is China, but from Ronnie's point of view, it's a similar neck of the woods.
Yes, probably James more adapted to this sort of environment with mobile phones and things going off more often than we see in the UK, of course, with a church-like scenario in the UK. And James has been brought up on this sort of thing, so perhaps being able to concentrate a little bit better than Ronnie. But all the players coming here know what to expect, so you know, and they certainly do enjoy coming to China, to Beijing. Our hosts are fantastic. They look after the players and officials superbly well, and the boys love coming here and showing their talents.
13.
Now then, Ronnie, let's see what you can put together here.
14.
I'll have to take the cue ball in and out of the bulk here. Well, has he come far enough for this red? Don't say he's snookered himself on it. Well, the running has been quite incredible, really. If he doesn't touch the brown, it'll be perfect. Might play this with a touch of left-hand side. You can just see the potting angle. Well played. Needs to run a little bit more. It's okay. He's got the blue to the corner. Left-handed? We haven't seen one yet.
No, I don't think we have, which is unusual for Ronnie, but he's obviously heard you, Mike.
You know, he might have overdone it.
25.
I think he's overdone it for the position on the red. He has. Well, there was a lot of area to leave the white in there for that red.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 25.
was nearly in behind the green. One frame at a time. That's all he can do. If he gets 2 frames, Mike, he might fancy the job.
Well, even at 4-2, James would still fancy himself to get that vital 5th that he needs. He's got a very good temperament, James always has had.
Fairly good shot from there. This red on the right hand side of the table is a little bit of a tempter. Well, 4-0 up, yes, you can go for it. 4-0 down, certainly won't. Well, he did well to avoid the others there, and he's been fortunate not to leave Ronnie the shot at the red on the right-hand side. Well, White's close to that corner pocket. Well, that's one on either side now.
That's a pretty good shot from James. Just a little bit for Ronnie to see on the right-hand side here. Excellent cue ball. Oof. Very close to going in off there.
I think he would have preferred the white going off and leave it down this end of the table.
Well, now, could this be the opportunity that James has been waiting for in this 5th frame?
Eight. Nine.
Well, the way James has been playing, Mike, you'd fancy him to clear these for frame and match here.
Absolutely. Won't get a better chance than this, and he knows it.
16.
Different ball game if it was a young professional, a rookie
17.
professional in this sort of situation, but not James. Bags of experience, been here many times before.
Well, if he takes this one,
24.
it'll only be the 8th time that Ronnie has ever been whitewashed in tournament play. The last time was when Graham Dott
25.
beat him 5-0 in the Malta Cup last season, when Ronnie, well, to be blunt, didn't seem to want to know. And Graham took full advantage.
Just thinking about the point situation at the top of the list as well, Mike. The seeded losers get half points here, 700 as against 1400. So Stephen Hendry already through. John Higgins already through at the top of number 1 and 2.
Well, there is the all-important frame and match ball, Mike. Snooker's required, and I don't think Ronnie is going to be given any opportunity to go for them.
Well, 42 the difference, so that's 4 snookers required. This yellow goes and it's all over anyway. I think Ronnie will be offering the hand. Great shot. Great performance from James Wattana. He's been very professional this afternoon. Or this evening, I should say.
45.
Apologies, I think it's the afternoon session.
Well, Ronnie, you came, you saw, but you didn't conquer. And I'm sure the handshake will come, and indeed it does. And Ronnie O'Sullivan has suffered a 5-0 whitewash at the hands of the man from Bangkok, Thailand, James Wattana. James enjoying a resurgence in form. Remember, he got to the quarterfinals of the Welsh Open a week or two ago. Marching on into the last 16 of the China Cup, where he will now meet Stephen Lee. He beats Ronnie O'Sullivan. So there we are, Ronnie O'Sullivan 0, James Wattana 5. A great win for James, no joy for the world number 1. And that's all we've time for in this transmission, but just a reminder, we're back with news of the top 16 round tomorrow. We begin very early once again, 8:30 Central European time, 7:30 of course, if you happen to be watching on British Eurosport. And I trust you will join us for further coverage of this 2006 China Open from here in Beijing. Until tomorrow then, on behalf of Mike Hallett and myself, Mike Smith, goodbye.